Yeah, I want to do a video on Miccosukee town near Tallahassee, the original town of the Miccosukee tribe. But that's going to be the next video. I want to take a quick detour and talk about church because I can't put everything in one video. It'd just be too long. So let me do a share screen, give you some information. Let's first talk about Lake Miccosukee, where Miccosukee town was. If you go east from Tallahassee down Highway 90 before you get to the town of Monticello. You'll get to Lake Miccosukee. And Miccosukee, there's a Indian mound complex there, Letchworth-Love Mounds Archaeological Park. We'll get to the church in a minute. If I want to show this off because we had the anthropology club the other night, and we uh, had a little giveaway there. Uh, that little mound, the Letchworth-Love Mounds, here it is right here. It's a platform mound, has, of course, a flat top, and it has wings on the side or platforms. Here you can see from the LiDAR map with the top of the mound and the side little wings on it. Kind of looks like a little looks like the Millennium Falcon or something. Um, the anthropology club, we had little Letchworth mounds they were giving away. See, I got me one here, a little Letchworth mound, so I had to show that off. And but anyway, back to Lake Miccosukee. So Lake Miccosukee, you have the Letchworth-Love Mounds. There's some other mounds in the area. You have the Lake Lafayette down here, and there was the Box Stearns mounds, what they call. You have Lake Jackson with the Lake Jackson mounds. So there's a lot of Native American history going back thousands of years. And Andrew Jackson, he invaded uh, Lake Miccosukee town during the first Seminole War. I think it arrived, I believe it was like around April 1st, 1818. And let me see if I can find the map. Okay, here's the map by Mark Boyd that was in the Florida Historical Quarterly of Jackson's March. They came up to Lake Miccosukee around the Miccosukee towns and attacked that and burned the town. At the time, Lake Miccosukee estimated to maybe have had as many as 3,000 people there, which was a larger population than Pensacola and St. Augustine combined at the time. And so let me see if I can find my other map. Here it is. Here's the 1865 map. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, okay. Lake Miccosukee, oh, over there on that end. Over here on the right, that's Miccosukee Lake. You have a railroad and Station 2. Must be, right around right north of where the Letchworth Mounds are. So, okay, let's go back to the map. So north of the Letchworth Mounds, about a mile, you have the Parish plantation established by Richard Parish. And let me give you a quick view of the where the Parish plantation was. Oh, hold on. I need to find a grave. Let's talk about that. Here it is on Find a Grave. The Byrd Parish Cemetery. It's on private property. friend of mine I know restored the graves here. Richard Parrish was a officer with Jackson when Jackson burned down Miccosukee. So when Florida became U.S. territory, he established his plantation here, and he's buried at that cemetery. Now let me get back to my map. Okay, sorry, going between screens here. Oh, I think I have it on there, tab. Anyway, north of the parish property on Lake Miccosukee was a Indian Springs, which was a large springs that went into the uh, Lake Miccosukee. The spring is no longer there. I think it's either blocked up or covered up, so it's no longer there either. It's also on private property. Uh, so, it was on the side of Miccosukee here, Lake Miccosukee. Um, and so there was a church established there called Indian Springs Baptist Church, established in 1829. It was originally a log cabin and then it burned down. So after that happened, they moved because the population area shifted more to the west. And so they moved. If you go along this County Road 59, Veterans Memorial Parkway, it goes to the modern community of Miccosukee. It's right around Concord here. And so that's Indian Springs Baptist Church. There's also a cemetery right in front of the church. And some of the same people buried there are also related to the Parish-Byrd family in the other cemetery a few miles away. So I got to visit the Indian Springs Baptist Church. I got to go inside. They were having the National Day of Prayer. And I said, okay, I got a chance to see it inside. So Indian Springs Baptist Church, that's the sign along the roadway at County Road 59. Here's the front of the church. There's some of these old graves here from the 1800s. And there's a modern cemetery over here to the left. Here's the church here. The building itself was built in 1854. There's another shot of the cemetery. And so, it's definitely has the look of a antebellum house. So this is a 172-year-old building here. And the church itself was 197 years old. The second building, it was moved here because the population shifted and it wanted to be more towards the population center of the area at the time. Here's another of the side. And so let's go inside. This is the pretty part. I got to go inside. This is the inside of the church. I'm told that the colors that's painted are the original colors of the paint that was in the original church. So it's been faithfully restored and some really nice touches. Notice these lamps on the wall are like kerosene lamps, but with modern bulbs in them. I think that's a really, really good touch. Up front, you have the preacher's pulpit up front, and of course, have an old organ and a more modern organ. What I thought interesting was the pews here. You have these box style pews. Now, I've seen that in some colonial churches up in New England, and I thought that was really neat. That you have some of the old style pews like that. Uh, so anyway, that's inside. Of course, you have the imitation kerosene lamps on the side. Another view. Okay, so that's Indian Springs Baptist Church. It's the building itself was built in 1854, so it's pretty neat. There's the The modern building behind it was added in the 1950s. There, the more, I guess, the parish hall. So the church building itself was there for 100 years before they built the parish hall. So that's pretty neat. So that's Indian Springs Baptist Church. Antebellum Church has a lot of history connecting to the history of the area, and you always have that Seminole War connection. And I'll get more into Miccosukee Town on the next video.